Hi, loves. Welcome to AW Confidential. I'm joined today by Luke Hemsworth, who plays Gabriel Stone in the Lionsgate film Beast, a man who offers a fight of a lifetime, but at a cost that may be impossible to meet. Enjoy. Oh, Luke, how are
Morning,
you?
how are you? Well, afternoon for you.
Afternoon for me. Congratulations on the film.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, very exciting.
Your character is, I'm trying not to give anything away, but he's very complex, let's just say. He his name is Gabriel, and Gabriel presents this once in a lifetime opportunity, but it comes with impossible conditions. Did you see him as someone offering a shot or just someone setting up, and I'm trying not to give anything away, setting
Yeah.
someone up to fail?
I think a little bit of both. I think early on we find out that Gabriel is obviously a big fan of Patton, the main character. And I think, there's a his own love of the game is driving that will to see this ultimate fight championship. And to see two of the greats of all time come together and have, this epic battle. I think at the heart that's what he wants. And then I think also there is, a very real need as the nefarious agent that he is to get paid and to make sure that, he is maximizing his time. And yeah, I mean, it's never really made clear, but that's the way I approached it, and maybe there's a little bit of, he may be unraveling as well and doing things that he normally wouldn't have done in his career. And maybe he's had enough of his time with with Xavier Grau, who is you know uh, the other fighter.
Very, very intense characters. Now
Mm,
I saw Gabriel as sort of it's sort of like a puppet master.
yep.
He's the one controlling the timeline, the stakes, the terms. What do you think drives someone to create that kind of pressure? Do you think it's power, or there's something deeper underneath all of that? Because his character, I honestly I couldn't really grasp him. Um,
Yeah. I know. And look, it's the danger of having so many characters who are interesting and having you can't explain everyone's story from start to finish. And so it's left up to the actor, especially in my point of view. And so I I what's driving him, I think, is a fear. It's a fear of this is true of a lot of characters I seem to have been playing lately. It's a fear of insignificance. It's a fear of being left at the wayside when everyone else around you is, the best of the best. There's an egotistical need to be included in that great circle. And he presents himself very well, and he's intelligent and fast speaking, and it's all about the deal. There's a little bit of used car salesman. There's a little bit of, old school Hollywood agent, I guess, in there as well. Sports agents are typically a lot like this as well. I think a need for fame by association, driving.
that puts it so much into context.
Yeah.
And you played him so well because
And-
he was sort of just he was that shadow character, if that makes any sense.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
yeah, and there's a moment where someone is given an opportunity they can't walk away from, even if it breaks them.
Mm.
Why do you think we say, because I thought that resonated for me. Why do you think we say yes to things that push us to the limit? Because that character could have walked away. But I think we
Yeah.
do that in real life as well.
Yeah, I suffer it a lot. Particularly in my line of work, it's very, very difficult to walk away from any sort of offer, right? Because you spend your whole life grinding in the dirt to get these opportunities, and when someone offers it to you with with the consequences and the stakes, it's almost like it's almost impossible to say no to these things. And even in your heart of hearts, when you know that you shouldn't be doing it and that it's not right, and um uh the only reason you're doing it is money. It's a really
Or
it's a really
power.
big, Money or power, yeah, but I mean, I guess I'm talking from my point of view as an actor as well. You know, it's very, very difficult to walk away from any sort of paycheck because, you know, like I got to feed the family. I got to, you know, should I be doing this? Should I be doing this film? And well, you know, it's going to provide me
But
another.
there are teachable moments there, right? Do you
Yeah,
agree?
and absolutely, and I think also there's value with taking on things that are difficult or not right, and finding your way through those things. I think that is a big part of growing up. It's a big part, I think, of what I try to teach my kids as well. Is, you know, that it's okay to do things that are really difficult and cause you to be uncomfortable if you learn something from them. And you know, acting and the sports world are very, very similar in terms of there's a lot of loss or a lot of missed opportunity that you have to go through in order to get to the top of the game or to get those big opportunities. There's a lot of training, there's a lot of hard work, and then there's a lot of competition where you fail over and over again until hopefully you get to that place where you're able to implement all of those skills you've learned along the way.
Thanks for sharing that. And for me, this film really was it was there were a lot of teachable moments. And
Right.
I had mentioned to Daniel that there's this line, if I can breathe, I can think. If I can think, I can win. I will never, and I've had that type of week, I have to tell you. I felt when I walked away from the film, I took that with me. And I
Yeah,
and
great.
I wa and there are many moments like that throughout the film. What do you hope that audiences walk away with when the lights roll, the credits roll, and it's all said and done?
I think ultimately, I hope that being entertained. I think at its heart, this is an underdog story. It's a Rocky story. It's complex and nuanced in its delivery of these characters. But I think ultimately we're trying to present a fight film to the fans of fighting. I think, right. I think our greatest compliment is if fighters can come away and go, fucking hell, excuse me, sorry.
We're all adults here. We're all adults, Luke.
It's only 8 o'clock in the morning, Luke, put it away. That if fighters can come away and go, man, those fight scenes were legit. They were as good as they can get. I don't get to fight, unfortunately. I only fight with my mind. But Daniel McPherson and Bren Foster and Admojan Aria just did such a wonderful job in that cage. They are second to none, I think, at the moment.
It was very realistic. And I'm not an MMA, I don't it's
Yeah.
very hard to watch.
Yes.
Just watching
Right.
the mentality, the state of mind, everything behind the actual fight and the fight scenes felt realistic to me.
Yeah.
I
Right.
think it just encompasses a story. It's not just about fighting. It's about just human nature. And
Yeah. Yeah.
I have to congratulate you. It was the highlight of
Thank you.
my week. So thank
Oh,
you.
cool. Thank you. Yeah, amazing. Yeah, so I mean, it's about brothers, about family, right? I think that's probably the heart of the crux in the story. That sometimes we can bend and do anything for our family if we have
So
to, and also there's always bridges to cross, and there's always moments of opportunity to mend things. I think that's another big message of this film.
100%. To close it out, I have to ask. I believe that we all have a beast within. I truly believe that. So my question for you is, have you had to confront your beast, and how did you navigate that?
I confront him every morning in the mirror.
So do I, Luke. So do I. Thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thanks a
great
lot.
one. Bye-bye.
Bye.
My thanks to Luke Hemsworth. Beast isn't just about the fight. It's about the choices that put us in it. Follow AW Confidential for more conversations that tell the truth. See you soon.